Concentrating things on.
Bye.
Super. Well, thanks everybody for listening to me, Elgar.
Dean Lorata sent us alarming messages about all your fast bowlers. The one in particular seemed to be quite healthy this evening.
I think you should bowl like that more often. No, but yeah, we've had a few bowlers that's pulled up with a few niggles, and yeah, it was a bit of a concern for us if they were going to potentially bowl in the second innings, and thank goodness they could actually get through quite a few overs for us and bowl actually quite well on a wicket which is assisting them quite nicely. So if we got them running at 60%, it's going to be awesome for us for tomorrow.
Dean, you've faced more than twice as many deliveries as the most deliveries faced by any of the Australian batsmen in this series. Can you sum up, I guess, how you managed to do that and how, what was the path you took, I suppose, to manage to do that in this series?
Well, with so much time left in the game, I knew that was ultimately my job to try and anchor the innings and try and put up quite a sustainable lead. We were in a fortunate position, which doesn't really happen in Test cricket, and I think it was important for someone to actually drive it home by actually spending some time at the crease. So we were fortunate with Faf playing a superb knock today, and with myself being able to extend our lead in quite a good way. But yeah, I think it's just coming down to trying to nail the basics of batting and just trying to be a little bit hungry out there. And I think a lot of discipline with regards to defence. Saying that, the wicket's not the easiest. Faf made it look quite easy, but yeah, I think that's just the nature of the cricket. Sometimes the guy has it on his side, and sometimes the one guy just has to bite the bullet for his team.
And over the course of the series as well, because you've had a range of different conditions to deal with, and obviously the Australian attack.
I think you need to adapt in Test cricket. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that you face as a player, whether you're a batter or bowler. You need to find a way to adapt to various conditions, various surroundings, different bowling attacks that you're going to face, whether you wake up stiff that next morning or not. It's all these elements of the game that you have to deal with as a professional cricketer, as a Test player. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I've got quite a bit of experience behind my name now, and I'd like to see it as me be able to adapt to various situations.
Was it quite satisfactory for you guys?
Christo's hiding behind the wall.
Was it quite satisfactory for you guys in the dressing room to see that league tick over 600? I mean, I suppose it's not often in one's career that you end up seeing that kind of a number.
It's a first for me, and I'm actually glad I was in the happier dressing room. But yeah, it's just a combination of good cricket that we're playing at the moment. I don't think we must take for granted what our bowlers did in the first innings. They bowled bloody well, I thought, and we were able to get a very good lead by what our batters did in the first innings as well. So yeah, it's a first for me to have that 600 mark go past, and I think it's just a combination of us playing good cricket and potentially maybe a bit of a wary Australian side, which they've been through quite a lot the last 2 weeks, and rightly so. They should be a little bit tired.
You speak about your combination with Aiden Makram. Please speak about it and how he's settled in. I mean, 1,000 Test runs in one summer. That's a lot as well. But it almost seems as though if Dean doesn't get runs, Aiden does. If Aiden doesn't, Dean does.
I think that's something that we've been lacking the last few years. I think I've had 7 opening partners in 3-4 years. But it's about time that we actually have a guy that's settling in, and he's settled in very nicely. I know it's a little bit of a first season syndrome kind of thing, which I'm pretty sure he's aware of as well. But he's a I've said this in the past before. He's a phenomenal player, and he's going to be a great for South African cricket, no doubt. But yeah, it's nice that we complement each other. I think the team feeds off our complementary basis that we have when we're playing, which is nice for us, and I think it's actually stabilising our batting attack very nicely.
Then, in your first 50, you faced 180 dot balls, so that's like almost it is a whole session of dot balls. Can you just talk about patience and kind of how you approach that when you know you're going to potentially not score for such a long period of time?
Well, firstly, I was facing Nathan Lyon bowling at 95 k's an hour on a wicket that's very unfamiliar to Wanderers, which wasn't very easy. So strike rotation was quite tough. But yeah, I just had to adopt a very, very simple game plan. I thought if my defence was very good against him, I could actually negate most of the balls that he could throw my way. So yeah, and I knew the right-handers would be able to tick the runs off him, for instance. But saying that, the rest of the bowlers actually went for a bit of runs today. It was a bit of a absorption kind of period where I had to absorb quite a lot of the balls, a lot of the pressure last night, and be able to set it up for a guy like Faf to come in and play a little bit with ease. That you might find he potentially received quite a lot of soft balls, which he was able to put away, and I think that was all a combination of what happened last night.
So you're saying Faf's effort was soft? No, I'm just kidding. Please a word or two on him and the fact that he had been driving for runs and obviously scoring the century here.
I'm very happy for him. He's when he's playing well and the rest of our batting unit's playing well, our team's smiling. So I'm extremely happy for Faf. Test cricket is such a ruthless environment that when you are out of form, it can chip away at you a little bit and can put you in a dark place. But you are only one knock away from being in form again. That's the funny thing about professional cricket. So yeah, he really showed a lot of toughness. He showed a lot of grit, and I think he's first and foremost the happiest out of everyone in our change room. I'm pretty sure, but there's still a lot of other guys in our change rooms who's extremely happy for him.
Dean, this series has gone from being one of the nastiest to one of the nicest. Now we've got what's going to check on the short leg fielders. You know, as probably one of the more competitive players yourself in world cricket, how do you find it now? Which is better?
Well, it's never nice being called nasty things on the field, but I don't mind that. It gets me going, so I'll use it to an advantage. But saying that, it's just another thing. We're playing Test cricket. We're playing Test cricket for our country, and we have a massive goal as a team. And you need to put your personal whatever ways that gets you going on the field. You need to put that aside, and you need to focus on what your team needs and what goal your team needs. And we've been quite hard on that goal, and we're trying to achieve it obviously tomorrow. And yeah, and it's not about me. It's always about the side.
Is it a bit weird now that people are being so nice to each other?
Yeah. It's odd. I've played quite a few tests against Australia. It's definitely been the most docile test since I've played Test cricket, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to last very long.
When you say it's not going to last long, you think what they can't sort of sustain this sort of approach, or?
I think you got to have a bit of a tenacious kind of approach sometimes in Test cricket. I mean, nice guys come second. That's my saying. So I think you got to have an element of a little bit of proper fight out there, and sooner or later, if your bowlers are clocking in massive overs and they're biting their tongue, sooner or later they're gonna unleash something. I mean, there's a lot of frustrations in this game, and a lot of frustrations happen within 5 days. So it's only human nature for guys to potentially say words to each other, but that's fine. If you're not personal and you're just having a competitive edge on the field, I'm extremely happy with that.
And you mentioned earlier it's been a long couple of weeks for Australia. Is there any sympathy at all after you see them on the field for sort of 200 plus overs, or given everything you just said?
It's hard. You see guys like Hazelwood and Cummins, and then they just keep running in, and you got to tip your hats towards the efforts, no doubt. You got to tip your hats to the guys that have just come in now and playing on a really tough wicket to bat on. So yeah, there's definitely a sympathetic style of maybe a way of looking at the last few days and the last few weeks that's been going around. So yeah, we are sympathetic a bit to it.
I get the last few. Callum, Kristen, and Phillips.
Dean, you mentioned biding your tongue just before. Nathan Lyon seemed to be getting quite frustrated beating you back constantly last time and again this morning. How was that battle from your point of view?
Brilliant. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah, it's a battle against two guys who are highly competitive. He's extremely competitive, so am I. He's had the edge over me, but I know he's also bowled a hell of a lot of balls at me as well, and I know I've really frustrated him in the last 2 days. But it's been an awesome battle. He's someone who I'll have a beer with after the game, no doubt. We've done it before in the past, so nothing's going to keep us from doing it now.
Dean, obviously all your runs are special, but how satisfactory was that catch yesterday? And just talk us through it.
No, the catch is the highlight of the series for me. Yeah,
Forget about the runs, eh?
No, leave the runs. Those catches never happen. Trust me. Massive luck.
Talk us through it a bit. What were you? Was there anything going through your mind when it was said?
No, just catch it because the bowlers are hurting. They don't want to bowl anymore. But yeah, it was actually ball got away from me a little bit towards the end, and I had to put in a big dive, and the rest is history.
Then can you just tell us when Faf got hit and the finger looked a little bit gruesome? Just his levels of motivation must be really high. What did that blow do, and how was he feeling straight afterwards?
Yeah, I think that would have motivated him more. It would have made him a lot more hungrier to stay out there and to fight through the pain. That's his character when he's batting, and yeah, it was awesome to see him not walk off the field at that moment. Knowing him, he was never going to walk off that field. So yeah, it was not nice for him to get hit on that finger now twice. And once you've hurt something, you always seem to keep on hurting it if you don't have time off from the game. So yeah, it was awesome to see him soldier on as I knew he would, and yeah, that's what leaders do, and I never expected him to do anything else.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.